Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Miracle Perspective, and this is the TMP Q&A Wednesday, where you ask and I perspectivize. We've got a conundrum from Lady on Facebook. She says, there was a time we used to joke about you being an ancestor in Ovua, but you are really wise. Thank you, sister. Ovua is a cultural ensemble that I was part of when I was still in university. So she continues to say, I want to ask you how studying that long impacted your life view in that time. I want to study further for my master's, but my mom is anti that because it will be my 8th year in university because I failed for the first 2 years, and wow, that was a lot. So yeah, I'm at this point trying my best not to be negative against my thoughts because of external input I'm getting from my mom, my biggest critic. So some advice? I said, hey, thanks for the compliment. Tough question you asked, and very tough situation you're in. No one wants to find themselves in contending situations with their parents. Very tough. But let's start by asking why you personally want to do your master's and why your mom is against that. What are the main reasons behind your motivation, and what are the main reasons for your mother? And why are both of you not getting through to each other to understand your individual reasons? Very great questions, man. Very great questions. She said, I am one person who does not mix studies with a job. It's strenuous, not impossible though. I feel that I still have the zeal to further my studies in maths education. Truthfully, it's a happy place for me, and studies are a thing within my control. But as for work, it's not. I'm not saying I won't get a job. I'm probably still scared to work because I have such high achievements and expectations on myself to be an adequate teacher that the reality of it, responsibility-wise, has crippled me. So I would rather choose studies, and that can help with my confidence too. My mom needs financial assistance in the house. I have managed to keep my grades up, so basically I at most got myself through university because of bursaries, and I don't see finance being an issue. We are just not agreeing. That is the backstory of the situation. I got other people to help me with this, and the first person was Zenzele, who said this.
I feel like if you want to study further and get a master's and all of that, you should do it while working. And quite frankly, if he or she graduates in that 8th year and gets her degree and starts working, it doesn't really matter what the parents say, because those people just have a problem with you not working. If she's actually having a salary and studying part-time towards her master's, then it doesn't really matter what the parents say, because they won't say anything anymore, because uzobasebenza and a salary yakhe. So it doesn't really matter. And as much as we would like to argue with such things, now I care about my mother, I care about every adult in my life, because I really like them and what they tell me. And sometimes it's actually, not sometimes, almost all the time, it's actually good advice. Yeah? But fact is, at a certain point in time, you actually have to treat their advice as suggestions, because now the school is badala, so what they say is just a suggestion. If you think this is what is best for you, then it's what is best for you.
That is Zenzele. Says treat your parents' advice as suggestions at the age that you are in. Zenzele for you. Josephine said, don't let the odds or the past failures deter you from wanting to achieve anything. If you want to study further, have a little faith and go for it. I don't know what your mom's reasons are, but sometimes parents' greatest concern is financial, especially for further studying. If finance is the reason, look for a job or bursary that can cover the cost of tuition and living expenses. Josephine was spot on. And Joy said, do what you feel will better your life. Joy for you. Boniswa Chia said, hi, it's an okay topic to discuss. Mara, let's look at it this way. You as a person have your own vision for your life. Your parents too have their vision for your life. But it's entirely up to you to decide. Let them advise 100%. But make the decision for your life. Otherwise, you will want your child to live the life you wanted for yourself. And the cycle continues. Deep stuff. And it's not fair. Just saying. Thinking of it long term. Just saying, thinking of it long term. Also, take note of the seasons we are in right now. I am not advising against schooling. Look at the opportunity cost. Things are changing every day. Do what you have to do, but have the ability to adapt. I rest my case. That's Boniswa for you. Bonisiwe. And then I got Becky Muzindlovu from Facebook. I guess you are the first one to walk that path in your family. And if so, I need to tell you that you are the one your bloodline has been waiting for. That's why things don't come along well for you. Keep going. Defy the odds. Defy the negativity. Defy everything and focus on yourself. Our parents ridicule where they should congratulate. I mean, you're not doing anything against the law, but never mind them. Lock them noises out and lock down your goals in mind and fight for that. It's worth it. Education is a catalyst for change. Study so that you can stand for yourself, because this world is so evil, fellow. That should be hard. But it's not harder than being constantly ridiculed for being useless and for not being like the kid next door. Here's a tip. You will never satisfy everyone. Get that in your brain. It doesn't matter how many times you failed. Fact remains, you continued the race. Keep pressing. That is Bekimuzi Ndlovu. Very strong on that. The last person was she was once my lecturer and she became my boss when I was a tutor there at the physics department. This is Miss Cilius. She says, I sense it depends on what she is studying. But from what I see in my work, students who think they will come back later seldom do. Once you get the salary and the social life, it is far more difficult to come back. If she can study and work, that could be an option. If not, finish studying and then go out in the big world. That first 2 years was adjustment and growing up and failing forward. What if she gave up then? She did not. She should not expect her mom to understand either, nor do what pleases her mom. Even if she finishes with a lot of loans to pay back. But make sure if the extra degree is needed in the market. Sometimes experience is what will make her grow in her career. Greetings. Thank you so much. And that was everyone who gave me their opinions. I really appreciate your opinions, guys. Let me just give you my perspective to your situation, taking away nothing from what the people have said. I sensed that in your question, you already had an answer, but you just needed a little nudge in the right direction, just an affirmation, confirmation to say, yeah, indeed, you are thinking in the right direction. And as the people have said, clearly you are thinking in the right direction. Do what you need to do. But I just want you to remember this with whatever decision you're going to take for your life. Jim Rohn once said, it's not what happens that determines the major part of your future. It's what you do about it. You are in a situation right now. Situations are happening to you. Life is happening to you. It feels like you are fighting with your mom. Your mom doesn't really understand where you're coming from. You don't understand where your mom is coming from. So it's a situation happening to you. But that is just something happening to you, and it's not the case. It's really not about that. It's about what you do about it. How are you going to come out of this situation? Also remember that we have been given the dignity of choice, but not of outcome. We have not been given the dignity to choose an outcome. The outcome comes as a corresponding factor to the choice you made. So whatever you decide has its outcome waiting for it in the future. You just need to be sure that whatever outcome that's going to come with your decision, you are ready for it. Lastly, here's my parting words. With all this, I'm trying to say to you, 2 years compared to a lifetime, it doesn't even make a fraction. Doesn't even make a fraction of your life. I think it's 0.0000000% to your life. So put that 2 years into your life. I'm telling you that 2 years could be the worst years of your life. It could be hell, because your mother could even disown you. They could say you are useless, tell you all those things. But I'm telling you, if you can just hang in there, suck it in, put your emotions aside, focus on your goal, focus on the objective, focus on what you want to achieve, give it your all. It's only 2 years. Once you're done with that 2 years, they will take you back, because the perks are all coming with. At that time, you'll be working, you'll be doing what you love, you'll be having all the resources, and you'll be fulfilled. There's nothing as difficult or as painful as knowing that I could be doing something else, but I can't because, you get it? So do what you need to do. If you are really sure about what you need to do, go for it, man. Because here's the thing, if you decide to go and work, you won't give it your all. You won't do as well, because you're not working for you, you're working for your mother. And I like what Bonisiwe has said. If you do what your mother wants you to do, you will also make your kids do what you want them to do, because you still have that thing, and the cycle continues. Nobody in your bloodline will ever be happy. So you know what to do. You know you want to go study? Go study. My experience, you asked my experience studying for that long. Yes, I did study a bit long. I think almost 9 years, if not 10, post high school. So in university, I've been there for about 9 to 10 years. Doesn't really matter. So it's been long. My master's was supposed to be 2 years. I think I'm in my 3rd or 4th year right now. I don't know. Still within. Look, it all doesn't matter. The time is nothing, man. Just like how they say age is nothing but a number. That's true. Time is nothing. It's what comes out from the time that's what matters. You can put in whatever you put in with behind closed doors, but at the end of the day, we care about the results, and the time doesn't really matter. Look at the goal. Look at what you want to achieve. If that is more appealing than you going through the hell that you can go through within these 2 years, go for it. Go for it. Go for it. It's not what happens, it's what you do about it. That's it from me. It's finished. Remember, subscribe if you like the content. Comment if you have something to say. Send me your questions for the next week, and I will be here to take in your questions, and we are going to be thinking together, perspectivizing together. And remember, very importantly, if you like the production of the TMP, the photos of TMP, anything you see that is produced by TMP, contact the Eye of Beauty. Follow him on all social media platforms. He is the Eye of Beauty. If you want a photo shoot, he'll hook you up with that. If you want a video shoot, he'll hook you up with that. If you want anything digital marketing, talk to the Eye of Beauty. It's finished. Remember to use TMP as the promo code. You will get a special just because you come from the channel. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.